Alex. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Taylor, and I'll be interviewing you. So we're so grateful, me and the team are grateful that you were willing to, that you were interested in this position, you were willing to meet with us, speak more about it. So the interview today, I will start with more broad questions just about your time here at LSU, kind of gauge your personality, and then we'll get more technical at the end.
That sounds good.
But we really just kind of want to fill you out, see if we think you'd be a good fit for our organization, but we're absolutely open to answering any questions you have because we want you to know whether or not you might be interested in joining us.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so first, tell me about your time here at LSU.
All right, so I'm a senior as of now, and I'm graduating this upcoming May.
Okay.
And I heard that my brother and sister both went here,
Okay.
and then I decided to follow in the footsteps of the family. And now I'm the last one out of three that is graduating LSU. And I've started out in ISDS, and then it's Information Systems, Decision Sciences. And I'm currently doing concentration in both business intelligence and information technology.
Nice.
I started out in business intelligence and then I switched over to both because I just like them both, all the classes we took. But as of now, I'm getting more in depth with my major and I'm learning a lot more about the actual what business intelligence actually is and what information technology really is. So kind of getting into those classes where I'm actually like hitting those subjects hard and I really enjoy it as of now.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. And it's very impressive that you're doing both tracks. It sounds difficult.
Thank you.
So as of right now, what do you hope to achieve over the course of your work life?
Over the course of my work life, as of now, I'm trying to obtain right now I'm trying to obtain a career here in Baton Rouge to stay closer to family and everything. And then, so gain some entry-level experience, hopefully with a company that has some mentorship program where they just teach you all the knowledge you can gain in the field. And then also I want to probably work in more like a systems analyst role for the first 3-5 years around that area. And then advance into a management position and then just keep advancing from there into higher roles in the company and then hopefully one day turn and obtain maybe like a chief operating position.
Okay.
Perhaps.
That's lofty,
Yeah. So right now, if you want to hear more about the specific companies, that'd be interesting. Trying to work at specific industries. I'm looking for possibly healthcare.
Okay.
As of now, that's been something I'm really interested in because my father has healthcare. He's a CFO at a local hospital back from my hometown. So that's the kind of direction I'm trying to go with.
Well, healthcare is definitely interesting, and we absolutely have clients, that work within healthcare. So describe an event that humbled you.
Humbled me? Let's think.
It could be school, it could be during an internship, working within a group.
Okay. So just over the past year, we have been having some shift in management with me at my current job in the student union here at LSU. And my boss we have a new boss now, and he ended up, I've only known him for about 2 months-ish as of now, and he ended up giving me the award for, I'm trying to think of the exact name of it. It's the Media Services or Auxiliary Services for the Media Service Technician Award.
Okay.
And one of the student workers who work in this group receives the award every semester, and I was chosen this past semester, so not this semester, but last semester. And I was extremely humbled by it. Called all my family and friends and told them. I was very excited about it. But it was just an honor to receive it from such a new boss who was hardly knew me at the time, but he saw my work ethic and all. So I was extremely humbled to receive the award.
Did you, was it a reminder that hard work is worth it?
It really pays off.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially in a job like that. Many student worker jobs people think are a blow off, but they don't have to be.
Exactly.
It's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So why are you interested in this position in cybersecurity?
I'm interested in this position because in a current internship, or not a current internship, but a past internship, I was working and I saw all the different groups, and I wasn't put into cybersecurity, but I learned about it through fellow peers about how interesting cybersecurity was, and I just wanted the whole idea of being secure is it's a huge part of the organization, so that's probably the biggest reason why I want to be in this group.
When picking a partner for a project, would you focus more on personality or intelligence, and why?
I would focus more on intelligence,
Okay.
getting the job done, rather than the personality. Because with my personality kind of goes well with others who are
Mhm.
extremely intellectual and then very organized as well. Where I'm more of the personal side of the group. So usually, whenever I'm picking a partner, I try to go for hardworking and intelligent. I'm extremely hardworking myself, but that's just a quality I always look for
Yeah.
with a group member. Just hardworking, and then to answer your question, the other side would be intelligent.
Yeah.
Extremely, extremely smart.
That's interesting. I mean, most people, but especially if you're, if you've had experience where you're the more, fun,
Mhm.
get along kind of person in the group, that it would be easy to get along with people
Right.
who are pretty intense.
Exactly. One thing is that I've been countless amounts of groups where I've been in those situations
Mhm.
where there's been some times where I've been with a whole bunch of people who just want to chat around and
Right.
stuff, and that's normally not normally what I'm doing, but that's normally the role I choose in the group,
Mhm.
and then I take on the role of the intellectual, like
Right.
getting organized, being the leader and everything, and it doesn't align with my personality as much,
Yeah.
but I'd like to do both.
Yeah. No, that's a
If-
good
if I'm given a
self-awareness to
choice.
have. It makes it more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So tell me about a time when you had to work with an individual whose personality was incompatible with yours.
Okay. So at my the current job I'm working now as media services technician.
Okay.
There's he just left our group, but before he was the longest working employee there and the oldest. So he kind of like demanded your respect, and that really just didn't get along with that too much. When he was just more of just like no, you have to listen to me, not because I don't know what I'm doing, but you have to listen to me because I'm older than you. And it's
Right.
like, but I know how to do it. And then he there was constant button heads and stuff. And but he also, to go back, backtracking, but he ended up not working a semester there,
Mhm.
so he technically he didn't work there the longest,
Mhm.
and I was the one who worked there the longest, but that's getting off subject. But he was trying to show me how to fix a projector, and I was trying to tell him how to, I've done it before, and he'd never done it before. So I was fixing the projector, and he was telling me I was doing it wrong. I was like, okay, we can do it your way. And then we ended up not being able to fix it,
Mhm.
and it was just a constant button heads. But I ended up letting him take the lead, and then things went south, and then I took over from there. So that's one experience, but
Yeah.
I let him do his. I didn't want to butt heads to where we got into an argument or anything, but I ended up just letting him kind of take the lead, and then things went south, and he gave me the lead.
Gotcha.
Kind of.
Well, that happens a lot with, real work relationships.
Oh,
Well, and it sounds like you have the kind of personality that can help cool some of those
Yeah,
situations.
it did.
typically. It
It was
did.
fine. It was good. Oh no, it did at the time, but it wasn't. I'm not saying it didn't. I mean, it wasn't an issue.
Oh, gotcha. No, it's a good thing that you experienced it and kind of look out for in the future. So tell me about your most successful and enjoyable experience working on a team. So kind of the flip side instead of the bad ones. Tell me about one that you're the most fun. It was the best dynamic.
Okay, so that goes back to this my past internship at Anadarko.
Okay.
So when in this internship, I was we took a spectrum test
Okay.
where we learned our colors, and the colors went with a specific personality. And my personality was outgoing and just being extroverted.
Mhm.
And then most of the people on my team who I was grouped with were all on the opposite side. None of them were the same color as me. So it was just a whole bunch of different personalities.
Right.
And they weren't the same personalities.
Mhm.
It was just a whole bunch of different personalities. And you'd think that it would go terribly wrong, everyone's polar opposite and stuff, but it was a crazy amount of teamwork. Just we got together, it was fun,
Mhm.
we got stuff done, and everything was a success almost. And then working with my specific project, my mentor, who was completely opposite of me,
Mhm.
ended up just steering me in the right direction. We had a great time, and we always got our work done, as I said before, and that led to my project being a success and figuring out some valuable information.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's interesting to see sometimes how those different personalities end up being a good thing.
Mhm.
I think maybe it's more important that there are more. You wouldn't want, if you have to do a partner project and you have totally different personalities, that might be more difficult than if there's 6 people working on
Yes,
something.
exactly, yeah.
Interesting. So now we're going to get into the technical. Okay,
Okay.
so tell me about any experiences you have had learning technical skills outside of the classroom. So this could be work, this could be internships, anything like that.
Okay. So with my past internship at Anadarko, we there was a crazy amount of like a huge technical curve for me, as well as many other learning curves. But the biggest technical learning curve was learning Linux, and I've never played around with that operating system before in my life. And the program I was testing functioned off of Linux. So I had to learn a whole bunch of the Linux commands just to get the normal work done. And it was extremely hard at first, but then I got the hang of it and I was really enjoying it. And I started doing a little more, like writing queries on the bash command, and it was extremely fun learning all about that. And then just going down more into depth with Linux.
Awesome. Do you think that would be something you'd want to do more in the future, or did you just kind of enjoy the challenge?
I think I would actually enjoy doing it in the future, for sure.
That's awesome. Well, maybe storage is a good place for you then. So describe your key technical strengths and weaknesses.
I think my key technical strength is picking up a new technology and then going with it and learning about it. I feel like I can do that kind of quickly relative to the normal person. But definitely one of my biggest weaknesses is just when it comes to picking it up, sticking with it, I guess. Kind of switching to a new technology. I mean, technology is always changing and stuff, but like when you're working with a specific program, I'm able to pick it up easy. But I feel like constantly with the business needs, I dumped that behind, so just kind of wasted time. So it's not really wasted time because I picked up
but
some
still,
knowledge.
it feels like
It feels like it. So then I kind of get down about that, and then kind of, I guess, live in the past a little.
It can be frustrating. You know, you're like, I just spent 6 months perfecting, this, and now, it doesn't even matter. That makes sense. It's a problem that you'll keep facing, I'm sure. And then for our last question, can you describe a technical project you have worked on for either work or school?
Technical project I worked on for work or school. So currently in one of my classes, we are working on redesigning a Baton Rouge cotillion website.
Okay.
So it's the BR and cotillion, I believe. And currently we're working on trying to think of the program that you make websites with, the most common one.
Dreamweaver?
No, it's the online one. Web. I forgot.
It's okay. But it's an online web, very popular.
Yeah, it's just a web way of designing websites.
Okay.
And currently we're going through that, and we have a whole bunch of our teams set out in the class. We're all separated in different groups.
Okay.
And our group is leaning towards using the same, there's endless amounts of options. And our group's leaning towards a specific, the same web platform to create the website on. We're flowing with a whole bunch of ideas, but this is currently happening. So don't have too much on it, but it's really fun. We're really enjoying it, as you know, just putting a whole bunch of extra time into the project just because it's something we all enjoy doing.
Are you all, are you doing the development in like the project itself? Are you doing it more like an agile way? Or do you need to like have a plan laid out and then do it?
Our group's kind of going with the agile route.
Okay.
And that's what I prefer in most scenarios.
It's more practical. It's very rare for a project plan to stay even close to the same thing.
And something with this small of a project, the planning phase is like, I don't know how much time we have to work on if we were to do it the transactional way or the traditional way.
Right.
We definitely are taking the agile route. We're just going with it and then trial and error type deal, getting just good at try a whole bunch of different ways and hopefully one of them works kind of type deal, rather than writing our huge plan that takes so much time and then going through that.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, again, you'll definitely see that again in the work world. But thank you again for joining me today. I just want to let you know, so this is a group decision process. So of course we want to thank you for being willing to come in your interest in the position, but we kind of have to take it back, speak through it as a group, and then those decisions of course have to roll up to management. But I'm sure you'll hear from us soon. And thank you again for your time.
Alrighty.